beat. Playful music starts. Hey there, cat mums and cat dads. Let's play a game. Picture this. You're bringing in groceries. The door is open for exactly 3.7 seconds. In that time, a flash of fur, a blur of motion, and suddenly, your strictly indoor cat is on the wrong side of the door, looking back at you with the wild eyes of an explorer who just discovered a new continent. Your heart drops to your stomach, right? Or how about the classic window screen push? 1 minute they're peacefully birdwatching, the next they're testing the structural integrity of the mesh with the focus of a master safecracker. Do you think they're doing it just to give you a heart attack? Or is there a tiny wild beast lurking inside your pampered purr machine? Today, we are talking about the single most important safety feature for your cat that you might be overlooking. It's their permanent ticket home. So grab your furry troublemaker, give them a cuddle, and let's get into it. And before we start, pop the name of your little escape artist in the comments below. First, let's get one thing straight. Your cat, Sir Reginald Fluffington III, who sleeps 18 hours a day and is afraid of the vacuum cleaner, is a direct descendant of stone-cold predators. I know, it's hard to believe when you're looking at a creature who can be defeated by a plastic bag. But deep in their DNA, there's a wildcat. This tiny, internal panther is driven by instinct, the urge to patrol territory, hunt prey, even if it's just a blowing leaf, and investigate every strange noise is hardwired into their brain. They aren't trying to leave you. They love you. You are, after all, the great can opener in the sky. But that chirp of a bird, the scent of another cat, or just sheer, unadulterated curiosity can override their domestic programming in a split second. They don't understand cars, dangers, or the fact they have no idea how to get back home. They just see an adventure. Understanding this inner wildness is key to realizing that the question isn't if they'll ever try to get out, but when. So let's tackle the biggest myth right off the bat. Myth number 1. My cat is an indoor cat. It will never, ever get lost. Oh, sweet summer child. Saying your indoor cat will never get out is like saying your cat will never purposefully knock your full glass of water off the nightstand. It's a lovely thought, but it defies the very laws of cat physics. A study by the ASPCA found that a shocking number of lost cats were indoor-only pets who slipped out. Think about the possibilities. A visitor leaves the door open, a contractor is in and out, a screen fails in a window, or in a truly scary scenario, like a fire or natural disaster, your cat could bolt in terror. They aren't street smart. They're suddenly in a loud, terrifying world that smells all wrong, and their first instinct is to hide. They won't be casually asking for directions. They'll wedge themselves under the nearest bush or porch and stay there, silent and terrified. This is why the indoor cat argument is the most dangerous one of all. It creates a false sense of security that can lead to tragedy. Let's paint a picture of what happens next. Your cat, who we'll call Houdini, has made a break for it. Panic sets in for you. You're calling their name, shaking the treat bag, looking like a lunatic to your neighbours. Meanwhile, Houdini is probably hiding 5 feet away, too scared to make a sound. If a kind stranger or an animal control officer finds him, what's the first thing they'll look for? Identification. If Houdini has no collar, no tag, no chip, he's just another stray. The statistics here are heartbreaking. According to some shelter studies, less than 5% of cats who enter shelters without identification are ever reunited with their families. 5%! Your odds are better finding a matching pair of socks in the laundry. The shelter staff are amazing people, but they are overwhelmed. They have limited space and resources. An unidentified cat is a mystery with a ticking clock. This isn't to scare you, it's to empower you. We can change that statistic for our own cats with some very simple tools. Alright, so what's the first line of defence? The good old-fashioned collar and tag. And let's be clear, these are great. We love a collar. It's an immediate visual signal to anyone who finds your cat that this animal has a home, that someone is missing them, and that they aren't a feral stray. It says, I am loved. Please call my giant clumsy human. A tag with your phone number on it can lead to a happy reunion in minutes. You can get them in all sorts of fun styles. You can even get one that says, "If you can read this, I'm lost, and my mum is ugly crying." They are an essential part of the cat safety toolkit, but, and this is a very big but, they are not foolproof. They are more like the fall-resistant cap on a medicine bottle. A determined cat, or just a clumsy one, can find a way around it, and that's where the problem begins, because collars have a significant weakness. The biggest downside of a collar is that it's a removable object on an animal that specialises in squeezing through tight spaces. If you're using a proper breakaway collar, and you absolutely should be, it's designed to snap open under pressure to prevent your cat from getting snagged on a fence, a tree branch, or furniture and strangling themselves. This is a critical safety feature, but it also means that the very thing designed to save their life in one scenario could be the reason they can't be identified in another. They wriggle under a bush, the collar snags, pops off, and suddenly their ID is lying in the dirt while your cat continues their unauthorized adventure completely anonymous. Or they get into a scuffle with another animal and the collar is torn off. Or they just plain lose it because cats! Relying solely on a collar is like using a sticky note as your password. It's better than nothing, but it's not exactly high security. This brings us to the superhero of our story, the James Bond of pet identification, the tiny, technological marvel that is the microchip. So what is this mystical little device? A lot of people have weird ideas about it. They think it's a GPS tracker, that you can watch your cat on a little map on your phone as he visits the neighbour's prize-winning petunias. That is unfortunately not the case. Yet, a pet microchip is not a GPS. It's much simpler, and in a way, much more reliable. It's a tiny electronic chip enclosed in a glass cylinder that's about the size of a single grain of rice. That's it. It's ridiculously small. It doesn't have a battery. It doesn't have any moving parts. It's totally inert, just sitting there quietly under your cat's skin, waiting for its moment to be a hero. It's passive technology, which is a fancy way of saying it does absolutely nothing until it's called upon. So if it's not a GPS, how in the world does it work? It's actually pretty cool, low-tech magic. The chip itself holds just one piece of information, a unique identification number. Think of it like your cat's social security number, or a vehicle's VIN. When a veterinarian or a shelter worker passes a special scanner over the cat's shoulder blades, the scanner emits a low-frequency radio wave. This radio wave activates the chip, which then broadcasts its unique number back to the scanner. The number appears on the scanner's screen. Then the vet or shelter staff member types that number into a universal pet recovery database online. If your registration is up to date, and we will get to that because it is so important, your contact information will pop up. They call you, you start ugly crying with joy, and you're reunited with your furry little delinquent. It's simple, elegant, and it works. Now for the question that makes every pet owner squirm. Does it hurt? We do anything to protect our pets, and that includes protecting them from even a moment of discomfort. The thought of implanting something in them can sound scary. But here's the reality. The microchipping procedure is incredibly fast and simple. The chip is implanted using a hypodermic needle that's slightly larger than a standard vaccine needle. It's injected right under the loose skin between the cat's shoulder blades. For your cat, the sensation is very similar to getting a routine vaccination. A quick pinch, and it's over, before they even have time to register their official complaint. Most vets recommend doing it during their spay or neuter surgery when they're already under anaesthesia, so they feel absolutely nothing. But it can be done during any routine vet visit in just a few seconds, a momentary ouch for a lifetime of security. That is a trade-off we should all be willing to make. Let's bust another huge myth. Myth number 2. Microchipping is too expensive. This is a big one for a lot of people. We all know that vet bills can sometimes feel like you're funding a small space program, so adding another cost can seem daunting. But let's put the cost of microchipping into perspective. The one-time fee for implanting a microchip typically ranges from $25 to $60. Let's compare that. That's the cost of maybe 2 bags of fancy, grain-free, artisanal cat food that your cat will probably sniff and walk away from. It's less than the cost of one of those elaborate cat trees they'll ignore in favour of the cardboard box it came in. Now compare it to the alternative. The emotional cost of a lost pet is immeasurable. The financial cost of printing lost cat flyers, placing ads, and the potential vet bills if your cat is found injured, that can run into hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The one-time small investment in a microchip is one of the most cost-effective insurance policies you will ever buy for your beloved pet. Okay, time for the scary one. Myth number 3. Microchips are dangerous and can cause health problems like cancer. This is a persistent rumour that you can find in the dark corners of the internet, and it's something we need to address head-on. It's true that, in a handful of documented cases, out of the millions upon millions of pets that have been chipped, tumours have been found near the implant site. However, the British Small Animal Veterinary Association and the American Veterinary Medical Association have both issued statements saying there is no evidence that definitively links microchips to cancer in cats or dogs. The number of reported problems is microscopically small. Think about the risk. The risk of your indoor cat slipping out the door and being lost forever is significantly higher than the vanishingly rare risk of a complication from the chip. It's like refusing to wear a seatbelt because you read one story about someone being trapped in a car. The protective benefit overwhelmingly outweighs the minuscule risk. Now for the single most important part of this entire video. Seriously, if you remember nothing else, remember this. A microchip is completely, utterly, 100% useless if you do not register it. Implanting the chip is only step 1. I'm going to say that again. A non-registered chip is just a fancy grain of rice under your cat's skin. When a shelter scans that chip, the number will come up, but when they enter it into the database, it will lead to a dead end. No owner, no phone number, nothing. It's like having a house key but no address. You have to take that number your vet gives you, go to the manufacturer's website, and create an account. You fill in your name, your address, your phone numbers, your emergency contacts. This is what links that unique number to you. It's the crucial step that turns a piece of technology into a lifeline. And the registration saga doesn't end there. Part 2 of this critical mission is keeping that information updated. People forget this all the time. You move to a new apartment, you get a new phone number, and in the chaos of life, updating your cat's microchip profile is the last thing on your mind. But think about it from the shelter's perspective. They find your cat, they scan the chip, they call the number on file, and it's disconnected. It's another heartbreaking dead end. So here is your homework. If your cat is already chipped, I want you to stop what you're doing right now. Well, after you finish the video and hit like, find your cat's microchip number and log into the registry to make sure your information is current. Set a yearly reminder on your phone's calendar to check it. Make it a birthday present to your cat every year. An updated registration is just as important as the chip itself. It's the difference between a phone call and a lost hope. Let me tell you a story that proves the power of this tiny piece of tech. There are thousands of these stories, but they never get old. A family in Florida had a beloved cat named George who went missing during a chaotic move. They searched for weeks, put up flyers, and eventually, heartbroken, had to accept that he was gone. 5 years later, 5 years, a woman in a different city, miles away, found a friendly but skinny cat hanging around her porch. She took him to a local vet to see if he was okay. The vet, as part of their standard procedure for any new animal, scanned for a microchip, and beep! A number came up. They entered it into the database, the original family's information popped up, and they made the call. Can you imagine receiving that phone call after 5 years? The tears, the disbelief, the sheer joy. That reunion, that miracle, was only possible because of a grain of rice-sized chip implanted years before. That's not just a story, it's a testament to why this is so important. Beyond the primary mission of getting a lost cat home, microchips have other, less obvious benefits. One of the big ones is proof of ownership. This might sound like something out of a TV drama, but disputes over pet ownership happen more often than you'd think. Maybe your cat gets out, and a well-meaning neighbour decides to keep him, thinking he's a stray. Maybe there's a dispute with a former partner or roommate over who the cat belongs to. In these messy situations, a microchip is your indisputable proof. The registration is in your name. It's legal documented evidence that this specific animal is your family member. It can quickly and definitively resolve ownership conflicts and get your cat back into your arms, where they belong. It's a layer of legal protection for your pet that you hopefully never have to use, but will be incredibly grateful for if you do. Thinking of expanding your cat's horizons? If you ever plan to travel internationally with your cat, a microchip is often not just a good idea, it's the law. Most countries, especially in the European Union, require an ISO-compliant microchip for any pet entering the country. It's a fundamental part of their pet passport system. The chip is used to verify the animal's identity and match it to their vaccination records, particularly their rabies vaccination. Without a microchip, your cat could be subjected to long, stressful quarantines or even be denied entry altogether. So if you have dreams of your feline friend lounging in a Parisian cafe or exploring the Scottish Highlands with you, from the safety of a carrier of course, getting them microchipped is the very first step in making those travel dreams a reality. It's their official, globally recognised ID. Let's talk about the big picture of community safety. When you microchip your cat, you're not just protecting your own pet, you're helping the entire animal welfare system. Every cat that is quickly reunited with its owner because of a microchip is one less cat taking up a kennel in an already overcrowded shelter. This frees up space, time, and vital resources, like food, medicine, and staff attention, for the animals that truly are homeless and desperately need help finding a new family. It reduces the burden on municipal animal control services and rescue organisations. It also helps shelters maintain more accurate statistics about stray populations, which can influence public policy and funding. It's a small personal act of responsibility that has a huge positive ripple effect throughout your community. You're being a good pet owner and a good citizen at the same time. Now let's address the flip side. What about GPS trackers? We see them advertised everywhere now. Little devices you can attach to your cat's collar to see their real-time location. And for the right situation, they can be amazing. If you have a cat that has safe, supervised access to a backyard, a GPS tracker can provide incredible peace of mind. But it's crucial to understand they are a supplement to, not a replacement for, a microchip. Why? GPS trackers have several weaknesses. They are bulky and can be uncomfortable. They require batteries that need to be charged, often daily. They rely on cell service or Bluetooth, which can be spotty. And most importantly, they are attached to a collar, which, as we've established, can be lost or removed. A microchip is permanent. It's the ultimate backup system that works when all else fails. Let's imagine the best-case scenario for a lost cat. Your cat, Bartholomew, slips out. A kind person a few streets over finds him. They see his collar and tag. They call your number. Bartholomew is home in 30 minutes, slightly bewildered, but otherwise fine. Fantastic! But what if he lost his collar? The person takes him to the nearest vet clinic. They scan him for a chip. Beep! Your information comes up. They call you. Bartholomew is home in a few hours. This is the two-tiered defense system you want for your cat. The collar is the quick, easy first response. The microchip is the permanent, non-negotiable, foolproof backup plan. Having both is like having both a smoke detector and a fire extinguisher. One alerts you to the problem, the other helps you solve it no matter what. You wouldn't choose just one, right? Give your cat every possible chance to get home safely. So, what's the process? It's incredibly straightforward. Step 1. Call your veterinarian and schedule an appointment for microchipping. You can ask them any questions you have about the specific type of chip they use and the procedure. Step 2. Get it done. It takes less than a minute. They will give you paperwork with your cat's unique microchip number. Do not lose this paper. Take a picture of it with your phone right there in the clinic. Step 3. As soon as you get home, go to the website listed on the paperwork and register the chip. Fill out everything. Add an emergency contact like a trusted friend or family member. Step 4. Save the login information for the registry website in a safe place. Step 5. Set a reminder in your calendar for 1 year from now to double-check that the information is still accurate. That's it. 5 simple steps to a lifetime of peace of mind. You can do this. We've talked about the logic, the stats, and the technology, but let's end this section by talking about the emotion. The bond we have with our cats is profound. They are our family. They are our quirky, furry little roommates who comfort us when we're sad and make us laugh with their ridiculous antics. The thought of them being lost, alone, and scared is unbearable. We put so much effort into choosing the right food, buying them the best toys, and creating a safe and loving home for them. Microchipping is a direct extension of that love and care. It's an invisible safety net that you hope you never have to use. It's a silent promise to them that you will do everything in your power to make sure they are always safe and can always find their way back to you. It's not just a procedure, it's a profound act of love and responsible pet ownership. So, to recap the master plan for your little fluffball's safety. 1. Accept that your cat is a beautiful, pampered creature with the sneaky soul of an international spy who sees an open door as a mission. 2. Get them a comfortable, well-fitting breakaway collar with a visible ID tag that has your current phone number on it. This is your first line of defense. And 3, the big one. Get them microchipped by your vet and, for the love of all things holy, register it with your current contact information immediately. Then, check that information once a year. Collar, tag, and an updated registered microchip. That is the holy trinity of cat safety. It's the combo that gives your cat the absolute best chance of getting back home if the unthinkable happens. It's simple, it's effective, and it's something every single one of us can do for our furry family. So there you have it. The secret is out. That little grain of rice is the most powerful tool you have to protect your indoor cat from the big, scary world. It's not about being paranoid. It's about being prepared. It's about acknowledging that accidents happen, but our love for our pets means we do everything we can to mitigate the risks. Now you know that indoor only isn't a guarantee, and you know how to give your cat a permanent ticket home. Despite all their troublemaking, their 3 a.m. zoomies, and their judgmental stares, we love these little weirdos more than anything. And this is one of the best ways we can show it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. If this video helped you, please give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and share it with another cat parent. Every share could help bring a lost cat home. Now for our final question, tell us in the comments, is your cat microchipped? Or share your craziest My Cat Escaped story. We'd love to read them. Until next time, stay positive.